for having an arm, but I can do it with the legs on occasion when I need to. Now for the point after. Extra point safely through, and the lead is up to 8. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. The offense for the Red Raiders set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's our visiting side with a football to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down. Warren. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
It's a gain of 5 on the play. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Looking to throw. Warren. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The Red Raiders with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Warren. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On 2nd down now. It's Bird. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
The Red Raiders are going to call on the field goal unit here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll look to throw. He will find the open man at Streets. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Isaiah Streets. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Here so far. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Extra point up and through, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Texas Tech offense set to go for their next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Warren. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Richards. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Warren. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side taken in by Streets. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic?
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Alexander. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 now, Florida State. That is caught at the 7. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, come on. Hey, you need to play better in the second half, all right?
What?
Just give me the ball, all right? Let me do my thing.
I agree.
Got it.
Hey, you know how much this means to me, right?
Of course I do.
Then make it happen.
Okay, man.
Just one half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. But he breaks through another tackle. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder Whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not, now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a 1st down. Now, that's a play that Isaiah Streets made time after time this fall on Saturday afternoon. And you got to think as this championship game continues to unfold, they have to find some way to slow him down. Double team, just anything to disrupt him because he has a knack for getting... open and making big plays. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll go back to Streets again. Why not? And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Well, all the prognosticators have a 1st-round grade on Isaiah Streets should he decide to jump to the NFL after this season. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Isaiah Streets from 21 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline. Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the 2nd half of this national championship game. This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. On 1st down, Bird. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Texas Tech, a newcomer to the college football. Ball playoff. They have won 11 conference titles in their history, but boy, this would be quite a feat to make a run through these games in Dallas and Santa Clara. Looking to throw. Warren over the middle, complete. That's Young. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
After the incomplete pass here now. Is 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. It's Bird. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Alone to the right is Jones. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
On 2nd down, McMillan. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
The Red Raiders come up now, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, you know, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They come out here in the eye. Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bird, and he will take this in. Touchdown, Texas Tech. Jalen Bird, a 2-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seminole offense about ready to get going again. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. The Seminoles here with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been on target this entire game. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Isaiah Streets, 32 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this? Ahead of time that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Red Raiders set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Check tight. Ready, go. 5.
From the gun, Warren. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Unfortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 20, 10, and he will get this into the end zone for a Red Raider touchdown. Lamont Pope, 57 yards. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Oh, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Florida State offense ready to begin their next drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
1st and 10 now, Florida State. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Grant. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
They pick up 12 on the play, and the chains move.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
They'll rifle one complete to Streets. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? That's caught. It's Thomas. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. First and goal for the Seminoles. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and goal from the 6 this time. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. Quintero Grant from 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So following the touchdown, here are the Seminoles now to kick the football away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texas Tech offense set to go for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Operating from the gun. Warren over the middle, complete. It's Richards, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Warren. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Looking to throw. Warren. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back to throw. Warren. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Warren. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Warren. It's caught. Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
His pass caught at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Looking to throw. Warren feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Back to throw. Warren. And that'll be caught in the end zone for a Red Raider touchdown. Keon Simmons. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slob their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the podium at midfield for the presentation of the College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy as we present your College Football National Champions, the Florida State Seminoles.
Jack Ford. Talk about a long shot. And as a man who's known as the quarterback whisperer, and I suggest you trademark that, by the way, how are you feeling about your quarterback right now?
I tell you, this kid's amazing. He worked around the clock to prepare for this game. I never seen anything like it. And I am so proud of what he's done, and under this kind of pressure. Hope all you NFL scouts out there are paying attention, because this kid's special.
Come on, man.
You deserve it, son. Congratulations.
Coach, this is you. This is great.